Good morning. I am going to be doing my first ever this or that experiment. But first, I'm going to be talking about using this contour, not necessarily as a contour, but as a color on my, where the sunlight would normally give me a little bit of color. The color is olive, and because I've been using this, sorry, I'm out of the picture. Because I've been using this self-tanner called Gimme the Glow Down, it's from a company called B-Tan, I have a little color on my face, and I've been able to use some different colors that I normally wouldn't. I think for me that's the best part about playing in different colors, different shades of the highlights and contours and bronzers, and I have several of them from Saint. So anyways, I'm using a contour called Olive as a bronzer, and I'll put a little bit of Bella Bella over that too. You see how it's giving me just a little bit of color? I like that. And I'll take my other mirror, make sure I'm not going too dark, because I don't want it to look too fakey, you know? And like another lady that I follow, her name is Kate, she always reminds us the purpose of using color on your face that you don't have naturally is you want it to blend seamlessly, right? You don't want it to be you don't want it to be boom boom. You want it to look as natural as you can. So that's the purpose of makeup, right? All right, so far we're looking natural. Under that I had just my moisturizer with a little bit of this Flower Afterglow. It's by Drew Barrymore. It's good stuff. Alright, so we got a little bit of color on my face. I started that again by following one of my other favorite lady makeup artists. She's also an esthetician. Her name is Chelsea Sutter. She's on Instagram, and she has fantastic tips. She talks about using some color before you go into your main highlights. And so I'm going to go into my main highlights now. And because of that fake tan that I have on my face, I'm using the color June, which is a little bit darker than I normally would go, but that's okay. To have some fake color, right? So just got blood work back, and it's all good. Shows no cancer markers. That's awesome. Just had my kidney out from some kidney cancer that they found on me, but the blood work shows no cancer. Praise God. All right, so going a little dark here in the beard area, and then on the middle of the face you want to go a little bit lighter because you want that to be bright. Love Saint makeup, Saint 3D cream. Excuse me, I have a piece of my hair stuck. And this way that I've been doing my makeup lately, especially for summer, it has been allowing me to use less and less makeup. That's what I just love about this this technique. You know, there's lots of ways to do your makeup. No way is wrong. Whatever way works best for you. Some people like to glam it up, and I certainly do sometimes. And then sometimes I go super light. Today I'm going light, natural. So this is the 3D brush that comes with a collection. If you got a collection, if you shopped with me, either a 4-pack or an 8-pack, 16-pack, the tins that come with it will always come with a brush. This brush is awesome. I use it every day. I use this end more than I do this end. This end is very stiff and bristly. This end is softer, and it allows you to place it's just softer. I like it. I use it more. I use it every day. And then this is another brush that I purchased separately. It's the detail or shaper brush. I use this end for blush. It's very, very soft. And this end you'll see me use it under my eyes and around my nose, on top of my eyes sometimes, and around my lips. It gets in the cracks and crevices and creases and make sure that it's called the detail brush for a reason. So you'll see me use that today on the experiment that I'm talking about. I'm going to use something under this eye and something under this eye. It's going to be good. One of the products I got during Amazon Prime deal days. All right, so I got some color, and I'm going to look in the mirror and light, make sure I'm all blended in here. Everything looks good. I don't look. Yep. And then the other brush that I use all the time, I use a combination of 3 brushes: the detail or the 3D brush, the detail brush, and this bronzer blush brush. And this is a great brush to have. The bronzer brush deposits bronzer just in the perfect areas, takes the guesswork right out of the placement. I mean, it deposits the bronzer exactly where you want it to. I love it. It's a great brush, and it's very soft. And then this blush brush is a little bit more stiff and deposits the blush, and it allows you to kind of blend it as you need. I don't use it as much. In fact, I use this a lot sometimes to deposit my contour, or sometimes even my main highlight. It's a little bit more stiff. All right, on with it, Bridget. All right, so I'm going to put just a little bit of color. I'll go with a peachy color today. You know, I'm going to use my finger to show you how cool this is to layer some colors. Hope you can see it. This is a very light color I'm using, light peach corally color, and then I'll use a color called Taffy, and I'll blend those together, and I'll blend them up because I don't want to bring my face down. I'm 50. Things are already drooping down on their own, right? And you can use this brush to blend it up if you want, or you can use your finger. It's a great thing about Saint. It's very blendable with your finger. As it warms to your body temperature, it gets more and more blendable. And blending colors is one of the most fun things about these lip and cheeks. I have about 12 of them now, and it's really fun to kind of make your own colors and see what you can come up with, you know. All right, and then I'll blend that in, blending up. And I always kind of keep an eye on my other cheek, make sure I'm blending the same way. I look in different mirrors. Just make sure everything's getting on there. I've always adored makeup ever since I started watching my mom put on makeup. Okay, now here's the experiment. Maybe I do it backwards, maybe I don't know. But a color that I always talk about with Saint is called Palace. It is a peachy pink tone. I don't know if you can tell against my skin. I have I think I have a new one that I'm about to open. Yep. I have a very pink toned skin, and what Palace does is it disguises bluish, reddish tones in your skin very well because of its kind of orangey tint to it. This is how I understand it. And because of that, it works very well under the eyes and around your nose if you have veins here. I used to, sometimes I still do, around when I have just bare skin. Sometimes I'll touch up around my cheeks because I have broken blood vessels around my cheeks. So it works very well if you have dark circles or kind of bluish tint under your eyes. Works very well under your eyes. I have very light kind of, it's starting under my eyes. Okay, it also brightens your eyes a little bit. And then also I have a brightener, your brightening highlight is what Saint calls it. My brightening highlight, if you get a collection, you'll also have your own brightening highlight in your shade. My shade is called Linen. So I use a combination of Palace and Linen to kind of brighten my under eye area. And it does very well. It's beautiful. Well, during the Amazon Prime Day, a lady I follow, her name is Erica Taylor. She's a very popular makeup artist. She talked about this popular under eye brightener called, it's made by a company called Catrice, and it's called Instant Awake. And I got the color Light Rose, and it's normally like $6 or $7, and it has a little iridescent to it. I'll put a swatch on my, has some iridescent kind of pearliness to it. So she talked about this and said it's a Amazon Prime deal, and it was like $4. I was like, I'm going for it. I'm gonna get it. It's good. So I'm gonna do a this or that, and I'm using, Saint has a great brush cleaner. So in between eyes, I'm going to use the brush cleaner, and it's a good brush cleaner. It also smells like beautiful vanilla, and it doesn't break my face out. I've had acne my whole life, so I know what breaking, what a face breakout looks and feels like. I'm going to do a light clean on this too, real quick. So you just spray your towel or cleaner or Kleenex, whatever you're using, and just start, or your brush, you can spray your brush directly, but I'm just doing a real light clean. It smells really good, like vanilla. And I just did a light clean. And then to dry, you just wipe in circles around. Okay, see how clean it got it? You didn't see it beforehand, but it got it clean. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Palace and my brightener, highlight brightener, Linen. I'm gonna do my left eye. All right, see the before one? And Palace does a great job. Now I might have to go back over my bronzer with a little bit. Does great. Really does. And I go a little over my eyes too, around my nose. Because we all have broken, or as you get older, you'll have broken blood vessels under your nose and around your nostrils. It just happens. I mean, look, getting older is rough. And I'm not poking, I'm being very, very gentle. That's a great thing about this detail brush. All right, and then same brush, I'm not cleaning it yet. I'll go in with a little bit of highlight and just go on the side here. This is the color Linen. Okay, that's done. I'll soften all that up with my finger. Okay, do we see the difference from that eye to this eye? I do. All right, now I'm gonna spray my brush so I can get the Saint makeup off and go in with the Catrice. This is fun. All right, now going in with the Catrice. Not using anything else but the Catrice. I think I know which one I like already. You know why? Because 3D Saint makeup is called 3D Saint makeup for a reason. Our faces are not flat. They're not one color. Not knocking Catrice. I think it's a great product. I love it, matter of fact, I do. I love it for what it is. But Saint makeup is 3D for a reason. It's called that for a reason. Our faces are 3D. We are not one color. What I'm using over here is one color. Over on this side, I got to use two colors. I got to use Palace, which is a pinky pink, peachy color, very peach in nature. very peach, and it has some orange tint to it. Very tan. I mean, it's very, you'd have to see it in person. And then I got to use linen as my highlight, or my brightening highlight. And over here, I got to use Catrice's Instant Awake Light Rose. It's beautiful for what it is. It does the job. It did cover that spot, those spots, but this looks more natural. Just does. All right, and then I'll finish it with a little bit of my e.l.f. Perfect finishing powder, just in those areas. My beard area. And I also, while I'm here, I might as well do my eyebrows too. I go in with Saint Oak. Very quick. I plucked all my eyebrows out. I got addicted to plucking my eyebrows. Isn't that awful? Wow. Finally did a this or that. You know, I talk about Saint being the best. I didn't blow on anything. The best makeup I've ever used. And it is. It truly is. It hands down, it is. I better watch out. It beats them all every single time. Even for the eyebrows, I'm using an eyeshadow called Oak. You know? And now I go over it with precisely my brow wax. It's in a lighter brown shade. And those two combinations are perfect for my brow color, what brows I have left. But that's how, I mean, Saint makeup is just great. It's just good stuff. And then I'll finish it with a little lipstick. I got addicted to, I won't say addicted. I love the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I don't know what color it is, but it's this pinky color. And then her setting spray, which is really good stuff. And that is it. So my first this or that is done. I compared the Catrice to Palace, Saint Palace, highlight or foundation, and the color linen, and to me this side with the Saint won out. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to help you out, find your perfect shade of Saint color. I mean, look at that. Hope you guys have a great day.